Okay, tabled the headliner, the main unit, because that needs to cure. All of this black seam sealer, panel bond needs to cure. So that's off to the side waiting. That's a 24-hour cure. So I applied it this morning. Tomorrow morning I should be able to jump on it and start sanding all these edges and filling and get after that with the headliner material. And so I decided I'd get onto the racetrack. I can't show you a bunch now because I'm waiting for this to flash. I'll do a quick one afterwards, but I got 5 to 10 minutes for the weldwood to flash before I get into it. All of my tools are sitting right here. I'm just using a foam roller, not a hard rubber roller, okay? And that seems to work really well, and we'll show you, go this way and then go 90 degrees to that to kind of push it in and give it some good, decent pressure. These, of course, gets into the sharp corners where the foam edges are and the cork and all that to help. And then I even grab I'm not using that end, but I'm using these little spoon ends to get into the small crevices. That should work pretty good. Over here, while I was waiting for powder coat to dry, got all my pieces out, and waiting for the glue to arrive, which I just did about a half an hour, 45 minutes ago. I decided I would spray this out. So I put 4 coats of enamel on this, and white, wonderful color. But you can see if I get a light line on it here, there we go. Get a light line. It's got some orange peel to it, and even got leaving a little. I see a little dirt and everything else in it. No big deal. I'll block this down. But during the time that I sprayed this out, and it's enamel. So the reason why I love enamel is because I can throw it in my little miniature toaster oven for 45 minutes or a half an hour at 200 degrees and bake it out, because enamel loves, because it's a petroleum-based product, it loves that quicker evaporation and dries nice and good and hard. So that'll sit till tomorrow. But while that was curing and I was still waiting for the glue, so I couldn't do anything, I went to a sign shop, a good friend of mine who owns a sign shop, and talked to him about this layout and about what we should print on here, and if he can make this the overlay for this. And talked to one of his associates, a great gal, and she helped me kind of work through the design. So I made some modifications to the drawing, and I'm getting that ready to go. I'll shoot that out, and they'll build me a vinyl. It'll be a vinyl applied. I'm going to have them apply it because they do it every day. It's a no-brainer. It's supposed to pull from the middle. I would apply vinyl from the edges and have a big air bubble right there. Anyway, so they'll apply the vinyl, and then they'll laminate it with a clear film so that you can wipe it off and not scratch the vinyl. But it'll be a printed product, and I'll wait to show you what's going on there, because we've got some pretty cool ideas. Sent out the concepts to a good group of friends of mine, family, that are well into the car business, and asked them 4 different people what their opinion was on the options that I have available to me. So we'll see that in a few upcoming videos. At this point, I'm going to finish rolling this, and I'll give you a little picture of that here. Just give me 10 minutes, 20, 30 seconds. Okay, I didn't have anything else to put in that 20 or 30 seconds, so you must be have waited 3 seconds. Anyway, so here it is. That's what I call the racetrack. Okay, and this is the cork in the middle. Okay, where I embossed AKK. Talking with my wife, she said, "Why would you do that? Why would you put AKK in there? And then it's branded by you. It's your ride. Well, quite frankly, this same logo is going to be in the embroidered into the seat panels in the top up in this section right here also. Before I forget, I'm also omitting the headrests. They're not going to work. Anyway, so that'll be embroidered into those in color. So that's not it has nothing, I mean, it has everything to do with me, but that's the trim level. So this is a Chrysler sedan, 66 sedan, at a trim level that didn't exist in 1930, which is the AKK trim level. So that's why I'm doing this, because to me, that's what it's all about, right? It's all about building a legacy, building the car, something that you dream about, that you love, and that you want to show off. So this turned out, I'm very, very, very happy with it. Turned out just beautiful, just beautiful. So we'll keep rolling. Tomorrow's the headliner. I'm going to let this cure out, and then I'll roll the edges, because it's going to tuck around here, and then we'll dress it up with the lights. It'll be perimeter LED lights, and I probably have mentioned that, but I'm going to let it cure out so it's good and solid here when I wrap and pull around all these edges here. So it's a pretty stout, it's vinyl, it's not leather. It's a pretty stout vinyl though. And to that end, it's going to take a little bit of effort and work to get that done. But boy, I really like how that turned out. So we'll keep rolling. Okay, flipped it over, rolled all the foam, very carefully, worked around the entire radius, and got her kind of tucked in here. I'm trying to back up. My default is just too close every time. So then this is an LED array, a 3mm LED tape. Okay, and so I got a channel in here in a kind of a location that you wouldn't see, the doubling up. And this strip you have to cut at certain increments, right? LED there. In fact, you can see, where is it? Right there. And I don't remember what the distance is, but it's segments that are soldered together. So I cut at each segment, and of course LEDs, as you remember from the taillight exercise, you cut less than that, you might burn that segment out because you're getting too much voltage to those lights. So that it just always a specific number of lights. Anyway, so then that's self-adhesive tape on there, but being I'm running around the perimeter, I did not pull tight or stretch. I carefully worked it as I was going around to adhere it to the vinyl, so that it wouldn't try to shrink, it wouldn't do anything crazy, and then eventually the glue would release on it. So I'm going to grab an extension cord here and show you what the whole intent was here now. Okay, there you go. Of course, this will be blacked out, but now when you roll around the front, see how that light just blends in? But if you get up really close, you can see that. So that's what I didn't want to do. So that's facing toward the front of the car, and you won't see that when you're getting in. Anyway, they're very bright, super bright, and that's the intent. So I think that's going to work out very, very, very well. Okay, got it up, got the headliner in. I don't have the rear panel in, and I don't have the front overhead in. But I wanted to show you really quick. Of course, those are all powder coated now, these side rails. I had some trouble with a clip right here, and I got fingerprints and dirt and everything all over it, but it's in. It looks really cool. You can see the AKK. Everything looks really good, except for, again, I got dirt all over it and fingerprints from the installation, but the glue is dry. They'll come back out. But let me turn the power on here. There you go. She lights up. These are not holes. They're just fingerprints from, you know, they're gonna hopefully push back out. If not, I have to start all over. But that's pretty cool. Neat stuff. Well, I let this guy rest overnight. And although I think I could clean it all out, I do have a broken clip right here. And this one, I don't know if I can save this one. But in any regard, I gotta pull it out. I don't know if it's gonna work out. The panel will work, but when I bonded these clips and some of them released from that bond, because I'm only using the 1/8 inch thickness. This is a perfect example. This is another one right here. So I'm gonna pull it all down and assess it. But I'm thinking I might have to do another, like I did a racetrack on here. I'll probably do a racetrack on just on the outside edges of these two, because it just is too fragile. It's too difficult to put up. So, you know, and it's transitioning. It's still going to a light, but I got to figure something out for the edges to make that more robust.